I'm going to take you back now to 1980, 81. I was still living on Hyde Park Flats. Things were still the same. Each day always ended up with a good hiding, living in terror. But what could I do? Where could I go? I was a young lass. I think I was only about 19 at this time. Felt very lonely, didn't know what to do. And I really did think, this is my life. This is it. I've got to put up with it. I wish I'd have known then what I know now. I really do. But at the time when you're going through it, you think they're the only one in the world what's going through it. You're not. You're not the only one. The thing is, people think it's like a stigma that only certain kind of people get beat up. Only certain kind of people get spoke to like a dog. But they don't. They really don't. 1980, 1981. We lived on Roland Row on Hyde Park Flats. Every day was a nightmare. I felt like as though like I was a clown trying to please him all the time. Working out what I was going to say, was it going to be something nice? Was he going to be pleased with what I've said? It was just a joke, depending what mood he were in. I can remember this one day. He fetched a gun, got it in a carrier bag. I was absolutely terrified. I just couldn't believe what he'd actually got. Then my mind starts doing overtime. As he fetched it from me, is he going to use it on me? Oh my God. I could feel the acid in my stomach turning over. I was that scared. I asked him to put it away. Just move it out of the way. He could see the fear in my face and in the tone of my voice. He just started laughing. Unwrapped it out of the carrier bag. Started playing with it and just thinking, flicking the barrel. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to go to the toilet, go in the bedroom. I didn't know what to do. But then I thought, I need to know what he's doing, where he's going with it, what mood he's in. I needed to know. And I sat there and I can remember sitting on the settee. And then he got a bullet. And he went, look at that. Your name's on that. And I looked and I thought, oh, I've got my name on that. Not realising what he meant, that my name was on that for a reason. He just started laughing to himself all the time, thinking it were quite funny, knowing that he was terrorising me and terrifying me and that he got control. It was like this control thing that like he thought he were God. Any word that he said, he could have me quivering. Anything he said funny, he'd have me laughing. He kept going like that with a barrel and then flicked it up somehow. Then he just put it to my head. My head, terrified. Even plastic guns now, I am terrified of them. And he used to put it to my head and click it. And I used to think that I'd passed out, and I used to think am I dead? Has he killed me? Terrifying, absolutely terrifying. What a horrible, evil thing to do to somebody. And he knew I couldn't do anything about it. I just didn't get it. They were always doing it. Saying one day, that bullet, with your name on, oh, one day. I thought the more that he knew I was scared, the more he was going to do it. And I just tried to be so brave. I really did try to be brave. But I couldn't. I used to, if I went to the toilet, I'd just like cry quiet and have my hand on my face like that, over my mouth, so he couldn't hear me crying, because I knew if he heard me crying, that were it. That were another like a power thing that he got on me. I can remember one day, it'll have probably been the same week, everything just like really runs into a blur. And I can remember I was going down on the High Park Flats, and it were like a circle thing, and all the flats were going round. And I can remember it were a Sunday morning, and it were very quiet, and sun was shining, so it's got to have been summer. It were quite nice, and I could hear this like banging, but like it were like a thudding, but it weren't close. And like looking round, because it was so quiet, I did notice it. Next thing I heard this thing sliding in the window, and it were him, Harry. Fucking get back here now, you fucking slag. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm not turning round. I'll just pretend that I hadn't heard him. Ah, you fucking bastard, I know you can hear me. And they were like walking so quick. That next thing you I told you this name had got, your name had got on this. I'm even scared now. He went, right, you fucking bastard. And I've like quickly turned round, because I knew what was going to happen. And hear this, and he fucking shot me. He shot me in my leg. I just froze. And I like gone to ground. I fell to ground. Oh my God. And he shot me in my leg. Like, it weren't bleeding at first. And it went right wide round my leg, front of my leg. And then it just started pouring this like thick blood. Just started pouring. And he got up, and I thought, oh God, what do I do? And I thought, do I do army combat? Do I set off running? Is it going to get me back a minute? Oh, fucking hell, what am I going to do? And then I could hear people's windows opening, somebody shouting, oi, what's fucking going off? Keep it down. Oh, fucking hell. Then I don't know what was said, and then I heard somebody saying, oh, sorry, pal, sorry. And it was them what were shouting, keep noise down, apologising to him. Oh, what the fuck? I don't even know what happened next. I've got to have fucking passed out. I have got to have passed out. I can remember being sat at the bottom of these stairs. I must have got out, and they were like, right, Scottish Captive Queen or something like that on Hyde Park, and then some steps going up, and I can remember sat there and I was just trembling, and I thought, it's going to come for me. It's just going to finish me off. Because I hadn't I still laid there, had got up and done one. Oh, Jesus. I don't even know what happened next. I really don't. I really, really don't. I think I was that traumatised. You know, when you put a mental block on something. I didn't go to hospital. I didn't go nowhere. I don't know. I really don't know. I've still got the scar today in my leg. All right. Oh, God. Why? I'm now going to go forward to Rotherham, where I left off last time. As I told you, I stood up to him. Yeah, I stood up to him. Proud moment. Very proud moment. I felt free. I felt relieved. I felt, why didn't you do it sooner, Diane? But as I said before, that weren't the time. The time wasn't then. It'd gone for a few months. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is the life. I were going out with me Bessie Kaz. She were always there for me, Kaz. Always. Kaz were going through some bad times herself, so I didn't like to burden her, and vice versa. But we did. No matter what, we kept in touch and just picked up where we left off. I might not see her for a year, but we still picked up, and we always knew that we were there for each other. So I'd like go out with Kaz a few times, having a right laugh, a proper right laugh. Oh my God, this is what living's all about. And we just used to say and do the daftest things, and I just got this inner strength. And I suppose I did get it from Kaz. I really did. But you see, the thing is, behind people's smiles and laughter, you really don't know what's going on. You really don't. She'd been going through a horrendous time, but always smiled. And vice versa with me, always smiled. This one night, I was at home with kids. I think dark nights must have been setting in, because I think it was only about tea time. And I heard somebody rattling on the door. What was that? Went to the door, there were like a little spy hole. Couldn't see nobody. Oh, it might have been one of the neighbours. Not that they'd come and like rattle the door. Then I heard knock on the window. What was that? And then all of a sudden this fear set in me. No. I sat there quiet. Told kids, be quiet. I sat there, so quiet. Next thing, the letterbox open. The ear, open fucking door. Oh, fucking we're back. Now, I know I felt powerful. I know. But you know, when it gets dark, there's something so sinister and so horrible about the dark, that bad things happen in the dark. I was so scared. I wasn't letting them in. I need to get, shh, get down. So the settee was directly next to the door. So I've moved. I'm like crawling on his hands and knees. And he's shouting, I know you're fucking in. It's like that now, banging on the door. I fucking know you're in, I can hear you. Oh, Jesus, I thought, no, he'll go away. He knows, he'll go away. And then like that, all that fear came back. All that fear, it came back. Oh, I'm mad at myself. Next thing, almighty crash. Put my windows through. Oh, kids were so scared. I was so scared. And I shout, bastard, I'm phoning police. And, oh, God, I didn't know where the phone were. Mobile phones weren't out then. And it was just a house phone. But I was that scared. I couldn't even, like, think it number. I was just trembling. I've, like, got kids. Took them upstairs and sent them upstairs and shh. And I've like, phone police. Oh, I'm checking now. I've like, phone police, please. The police came, but he'd gone. He'd long gone. So I've told them all about it. Tell them all about what he'd been doing. Thank God they listened to me. The police listened to me. And they said I needed to get an injunction and a panic button. Somebody's finally listening to me. I was having a panic button. I was going to be safe, even though I knew I was strong. I were strong. But yeah. Oh my God. Amazing. So the next day, somebody came from the police and got me a panic button. They asked me where I wanted it. It was so prehistoric, it was like just like a button on this like wooden block thing. And I think it was connected to my phone line. And then I got a phone call saying they've arrested him. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What goes around comes around, yeah. So I still kept the panic button because we didn't know how long you were going to get. And you got 3 months. Which then I suppose were a long time because they didn't, domestic violence then weren't anything, that it was domestic, and you don't interfere with man and wife. How many people had died? How many women? And I know men as well. How many had died because they just turned a blind eye because it was domestic. And women, well, you must have deserved it. Absolutely horrendous. So while he was locked up, I got things in place because I knew, because I got him locked up, there was a price to pay. There were consequences. I knew that. But I knew the police was on my side this time. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Previously, before this, I had to go into a women's refuge again. And there I met 2 women, Paula Ola and Karen Grayson. I swear to God, the most craziest people. And they were in the same situation as me. Karen weren't as bad, but you can't compare one person's domestic violence to another. You cannot do that. Paula's was as bad as mine. We clicked like that. The laughs. I felt human. It were amazing. It were a nice place in that woman's refuge. It were. We knew we were getting fed. We knew we were having a good sleep. And we knew we weren't going to get kicked all over. Amazing. So I kept in touch with them. And when it came to, they did then go back to their home because their husbands were still there. They wasn't locked up or anything. So I says, come on, come and stay with me. It were the best months of our life. Non-stop laughter. I forgot what it was like to laugh. And we all looked after each other's kids. Paula had got 3 kids, so they were there as well. And Karen had got 2. They were there as well. It were a full house, but it were full of laughter, full of happiness, absolute happiness. And I thought, yeah, this is what life's about, being happy. I felt safe. Because you know when you tell somebody about what's happened and things like that haven't happened to them, the response you get is, well, I won't let that happen. I won't let him do that to me. Oh, no, he'll be at... They don't know. They don't know. So when somebody says, I know, I understand, and they can relate to you, you just get that bond like that. Same as Kazi. You get that bond, an unbreakable bond. They'd stay with me a few months and then it were like time for them to go. One thing happened and another, and they went home and they lived in different parts of Rotherham. Paula lived in Maltby and Karen lived in Gold something. So we all kept in touch. Then I started getting these letters from prison threatening me, saying he's going to kill me, going into great detail what he was going to do with a hammer to my head and to my body, to my face. Oh. So I got in touch with the police. I then had to get in touch with the solicitor, and while he was still locked up, I got an injunction for 18 months for him to keep away from me, and if he came anywhere near me, then he would go back to prison. Simple as. He would go back to prison. They didn't tell me when he got out, which I thought they should have done. They didn't tell me. And in one of the letters he'd sent me, he was saying he'll get his own back on me. He knew that I was safe there at Rotherham, and that like I got close-knit people round me. The neighbours all knew what had happened, and they were looking out for me. But he said it wouldn't last there. Yeah, right. Unbeknown to me, he was out, and the people, my neighbours, he'd gone and robbed them all. Robbed them, took all their stuff, the TVs, everything. I mean, that nobody didn't have anything, but he took everything what they got, and then told them that I'd set it up. Neighbours came to the house and said, "Why have you done this, Diane?" I ain't got a clue what they were on about. Not a clue. Well, you must have. You must have. How did they, you know where we live, blah, blah. I don't know. Obviously, you're my neighbour. Were he washing me? I don't know. I really don't know. So they said, we want our stuff back. If it's not back in 24 hours, see what happens to you. What the fuck? He says, we're going to make sure that I didn't feel safe there. They were serious. They were serious what they were going to do to me. What an evil bastard he were. Enough doing that to me. But what about his kids? What about his kids? I phoned Kazzy up. Kaz, I've got to leave. How am I going to get their stuff back? We'll have sold them by now. You know what? Within an hour, she were at my door. Come on, not staying here. I'd still got windows boarded up, what he'd done. I still got things smashed in house. She went, come on, leave them. You're coming to live with me. Oh, I cried and Kaz cried. Just when I thought that everything was all right, and then I got this inner strength and, yeah, that's it, I'm free. He played the dirtiest trick ever. The dirtiest trick. Because he knew I wouldn't have had anything to do with anything like that. Jesus Christ. But then people who had only known for a short while, they believed him. Because he said, get your stuff, get what we can in his cars, and we're going. We're going. I wouldn't let him dare come to my house. She were fuming. She were absolutely fuming. And even though she were going through some terrible stuff herself, that's what friends are for. Me and my kids went. I stayed with Kaz. And I felt so safe. For a while, I was safe. He used to come. She used to tell him, fuck off. No, ain't happening here, eh? Not on this watch. Oh, God. Why? Why does things happen like this? Why did I have to leave Kaz's? I'll tell you about that later.